critics, he will be there and not listen.
And as is the custom, and with much support from the wider public, the players taking the knee. So bench tonight, actually.
Looks like he's played a back three, Martin, here. It might quickly. So he might get a tough time against the Germans.
Out. And also playing a three. Maguire gets his head to it. Comes out to Fred. And Galachi flying through the air. Keeping it out.
Yeah, tricky one that. Not sure whether it got a deflection on the way, but it's
and Van der Beek, who's good. The shot comes out to Shaw. Van der Beek is a real seizer of opportunities in that kind of position, but Shaw had the better chance in the end. Good little spell this from Manchester United, and Maguire under that auspices. Ball for Martial, who's in behind Leipzig here. In the end, the cutback wasn't quite. Or a hat-trick in Amsterdam. Incredible feat.
Good position.
Pogba. Greenwood's in a very good position here, and he's such an efficient finisher. Back in the lineup tonight, and you sense that goal means a lot, not just to Manchester United, but to the goal scorer.
Yeah, he's just having a look whether it was offside or not. Maybe that's a concern, but Paul Pogba playing a big part with a beautifully weighted pass here. Look at that run.
It's tight.
Yeah, I think he might not get away with that when you see his right boot. But what a finish, as you say, Martin. I mean, that's good.
And first serious work provided by Nkunku for Upamecano, spending more and more time further forward.
Greenwood, by the looks of it,
scored an outstanding goal. Saka went to the ground with the challenge. That's the kind of tenacity I was talking about a moment or two ago.
Pogba conceding the free kick. It's the linesman that gave it, not the ref.
The Upamecano as well. Upamecano coming from a deeper position. Stopped in his tracks by the referee's whistle.
Yeah, and I said about that.
And by Henriks. Calino looking to get on the South London club that Wilfried Zaha, one of the great dribbling players in the Premier League. Marcus Rashford at least hates not playing. A couple of games over 3 years ago now. Did you ever score an own goal in your career?
I didn't, no.
I know. It's over Maguire, though. I was on the television as a youngster in Austria. It was something that encouraged his love of football, desperate to comes to Calino. In the end, quite sure what was in his mind there. It was a bit what he will say at half-time. Finished by the talent that Greenwood is. 1-0 to United. Swap shirts at the end.
Well, whether he had made fouls or not, he's going to get...
Leipzig.
He's glad to be out there, I'm sure. He'll be pleased with the part he played in the goal. Well, his team's coming up against a really determined...
Now this time, trying to get it back to Van der Beek. Shouts for handball from Kanate. Greenwood can hit them with either foot. And Galachi able to keep that one out. Falls to Van. In by Shaw. Oh, and it passed 4 Manchester United players. It was a pretty dangerous cross. Henriks. A bit of wrestling going on between Poulsen and Maguire.
Yeah, it's been forceful.
And it drops here for Forsberg. Cavani. All those years. This is what...
I wonder whether he did.
Here's Martial is away here. Good response by Konate. Goal, and it was pretty outrageous to attempt it. Still looking for it. He's got it through to Van de Beek. And looking for... One day he might say, well, I came on at the same time as Marcus Rashford. Coutinho. Up goes Poulsen. Konate! Kept out by David De Gea. He didn't have much time to react.
No, he didn't. I mean, not much of the goal to aim at here for Konate.
And then Fernandez is going to join the action, given the start tonight. Tomine. Rashford taken down. And in a position where he might fancy the free kick himself.
Yeah, look, clever play this from...
The left-footed one, but Bruno Fernandes. And it was the kind of touch that if you get there, you think you're going to score.
That would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? Very unusual free kick.
Who's worked the selections well. With the change in the starting 11 and now the upping of the ante, really, with the nature of the substitutes that he's brought on. Line Leipzig. But the flag has gone up. Whistle hasn't gone. Rashford's put the ball in the net as he's supposed to do. Now the whistle goes. And VAR, well, one would suspect, ruled this one definitely offside. He's supposed to hold the flag down, really, isn't
exactly,
he?
That's what I thought. I mean...
He's in his own half.
Oh, my word. I mean, if he'd have stopped having seen the flag...
Manchester United, I believe it is. Could be in again. Rashford's in again for 3-0. It is. What an impact. He was a super sub himself, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But he sent on Marcus Rashford here, who has responded with 2 goals, and it's turning out to be a hammering for Leipzig. Not an old hand at this club. Edinson Cavani, who signed as a free. Always pleased to speak up for him. Rashford's good work speaks side. Fred's onside. Through the middle for Martial. Challenged by Sabitzer. And the penalty is given.
Yep.
Martial's taken a few in his time at Old Trafford. And he fires this one in. It is 4-0 and it gets better and better for the Old Trafford team that have had so many problems on this ground this season, but are now catching fire and feeling the heat. RB Leipzig. It's one of these great... Going for the 5th. And Rashford gets his hat-trick, and there is the 5. But 3 for substitute Marcus Rashford. That's a leaf out of Solskjaer's own book as a player. What a golden time he's having in football and in life. And Leipzig have felt the force of this fine young man.
Yeah, and fair play to Anthony Martial here. Picking out the pass at the right time. His first touch.